Hi friends, in today's video I'm going to give you two tips that's going to instantly increase the performance of editing 4K videos in DaVinci Resolve, especially if you have a rather low laptop, perhaps a Windows laptop with 16 gigs of memory or maybe a MacBook Air. Right, so these are the two tips that I recommend you do. So first of all, what you want to do is, even if you're editing in 4K video, you don't necessarily have to have your timeline in 4K to do the editing. It's not going to affect the overall export. So if we go to the cog at the bottom, our project settings, click on that. Normally it's set to 4K, 3840. What we can do is we can change it from that to 1920 by 1080 HD. And as soon as you do that, you can probably find straight away that your actual editing is going to improve. The other thing you can also double check is make sure you are not running on battery power, because battery power is going to kind of lower the actual performance of your laptop because it's obviously preserving battery. So try and use a power adapter or maybe like a USB bank to actually keep the laptop charged. Now, once you've changed it to 1080p, before you do your export, you want to make sure you change it back to 4K by going to your project settings and actually then changing it to 4K, hitting save, and then when you go to your deliver tab, you'll find it's set to timeline resolution by default, so it's going to be picking up it's in 4K. You can make sure you scroll down to the resolution and change it to 4K there. Otherwise, you may find when you're ready to do your export, if you've left your timeline resolution in HD, it's going to by default still compile it in HD. Alright, so the next tip you can do to improve the performance if you find the 1080p trick doesn't work for you is to use DaVinci Resolve proxy file. So proxy file is basically like a lower resolution version of your 4K media footage. But the proxy files are only going to be used while editing your footage. They're not going to be used in the final version. The 4K version original file is going to be used, so don't worry about that. So how do you actually create your proxy files? Well, what you want to do, click on one of the bins. For example, I've got a bin called stuff where I don't know where to put things. Then we're going to right click on that bin, go to proxy media, and then click where it says generate proxy media. If you click on that, you're going to get this dialog here. It's going to take a few seconds or so, depending on how much footage you've got, to generate the proxy media. Once it's finished, you'll find it's got some extra icons on the actual thumbnail. For example, this HQ. That means I got chosen the higher quality proxy files. But how do I actually choose the resolution of my proxy files? Well, you can also do that inside your project settings. So again, clicking on your cog at the bottom, we have the master settings here. If we scroll down to the bottom, notice we now have our proxy media resolution and proxy media format. So this is what decides the actual resolution of your proxy files. Now, which one you choose very much depends on what machine you're using and its performance. Now, if you're using an Apple machine, perhaps a MacBook, for example, then choose one of the ProRes settings. And the reason for that is the Apple hardware know about the ProRes format basically inside the hardware, and they're going to handle that in a much more efficient way compared to any other machine like Windows machine. So for Apple, you want to choose ProRes. You don't want to choose H.265 because that's a compressed format, which means it's doing an extra work to actually sort of decompress the proxy file. So stick with ProRes for Apple machines. But if you've got a Windows machine, what you want to do is choose the either DNX HR settings, the ones down here. The reason for that, again, is Windows machines. That's one of their kind of native formats. They know about it, and they're going to find that's the most efficient format for Windows machines. So DN for Windows machines and ProRes for Apple machines. Now, you've got a number of settings here. You've got, for example, 422HQ, you've got 422LT and proxy. So starting at the bottom is your lowest resolution proxy. So for example, for the Windows machine, you could choose LB, which is the lowest one, and then it's SQ. HQ is then increasing in quality as you go up. And for the Apple ones, you've got 422 proxy, which is the lowest resolution, all the way up to 422 HQ. So what I would suggest you do is you choose the lowest resolution, first of all, for your particular machine. So for example, I've got a MacBook, so I would choose 422 proxy. For Windows, choose the LB version on the DM version here. And then for the proxy media resolution, you've got a choice between half, quarter, 1/16. So if you're feeling really, really paranoid, then go for something like 1/8 or 1/16. hit save, and then you're going to find, then go back to your media bin, make sure you generate your proxies. That's very important there. The next step you need to do is go to the top, go to where it's got playback, and then choose where it's got proxy handling, and make sure you've set it to prefer proxies. And then you're going to use the proxy version rather than the camera originals. That's very important to do that. So playback, proxy, prefer proxies. If you want to go back to the originals, then you can just choose disable all proxies or prefer camera originals. So double check the setting, otherwise you'll find you've generated proxies and it's still running slow because it's still using the original videos in your preview. Now you know you've got your proxies because you've got your icons here on your media clips. Okay guys, and hopefully now you're going to have a much better performance on DaVinci Resolve in a lower end laptop. Okay guys, well, I hope that video is useful. If it is, of course, give it a big thumbs up, and I shall see you soon on another video.